Hi, my name is Jackie Duvall and I'm with Oregon PTA. And today I'm here to talk to you about treasurer's training and the basics that you need to know to help you succeed as treasurer. So our first question today is, how many signatures are required on each check? The answer is 2, and the reason for that is your insurance carrier requires that you have 2 dual unrelated signatures on each check in order to have transparency within your organization and to have safeguards in place to keep from having unwanted theft. It is also required by your insurance company that you cannot sign your own check. This means that if the check's made payable to you, you cannot sign the check. The next question, is your insurance valid when you pay the premium? The answer is no. Your liability insurance carrier requires that you have your officers list on file with Oregon PTA, as well as initial paid membership. Once all this information is received, your insurance becomes valid with your insurance carrier. Question 3, does every check written need a receipt to go with the check? The answer is yes. The Internal Revenue Service, Department of Justice, and your liability insurance carrier require an invoice and/or receipt to be provided prior to issuing a check. As treasurer, you want to have the documentation not only to be transparent, but also to protect yourself from any questions that might arise from that check being written. Question 4, should your PTA be incorporated and is there any advantage? The answer, Oregon PTA highly recommends that you become incorporated. Incorporation in Oregon comes with an additional layer of protection for your PTA. If your PTA should be named in a lawsuit, the liability stops at the organization level. What does this mean? Your personal assets cannot be touched if you are incorporated. You still can be named in a lawsuit, but your personal assets are not in jeopardy. Question 5, do you need a monthly written treasurer's report? The answer is yes. Your liability insurance carriers requires that there are 12 monthly written reports. They must be presented to the membership on a monthly basis. If your membership does not meet every month, you must then present them to your board of directors. Question 6, when should an audit be done? Answer, an audit should be done at the end of your fiscal year, or if your treasurer should leave office during the middle of their term. As well as any member of your PTA can request an audit to be done at any time. The Internal Revenue Service and the Department of Justice can also request that an audit be done. Question 7, do you need to obtain and/or retain canceled checks from your bank? The answer is yes. Your liability insurance carrier requires that you retain all canceled checks as well as voided checks. By retaining the canceled checks, it makes the audit process easier, as well as helping to determine what funds were misused if a loss should occur. Question 8, what is the first and last thing a treasurer should do while taking or leaving office? The answer is to make sure that the audit has been completed, as well as assisting the incoming treasurer at the bank to get new signers on the account and to remove retiring officers as signers. Question 9, is it okay to take PTA money home for just one night? The answer is no. Your liability insurance carrier requires that all monies are deposited immediately. There is no extension of insurance coverage if the funds are stolen from your home. Keeping it in the school safe or a locked drawer at the school is also not covered if the money should come up missing. It is vital to make deposits in a timely fashion. Question 10, who is your liability insurance carrier? The answer is AIM Insurance Company. They are here for you. They're here to answer any questions. They will help you in any way they can, as well as Oregon PTA. Question 11, do I need to file taxes with the IRS? The answer is yes. If your PTA grosses $50,000 or less, your PTA will file a 990N, that's the electronic postcard. If your PTA grosses $50,000 to $200,000, your PTA will need to file a 990EZ along with the Schedule A. And if your PTA grosses over $200,000 a year, you will need to file the 990 along with the Schedule A. Tax forms are due November 15th if your fiscal year ends on June 30th. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Oregon PTA. Our number is 503-234-3928. But additional resources for you as treasurer is the Oregon PTA Officer's Manual. In chapters 2 and 6, you will find forms and instructions on what you need to do as treasurer and how to file which forms at which time. Additional resources are available at OregonPTA.org, as well as the Oregon PTA Officer's Manual. Inside in chapters 2 and 6, you will find information useful to you as treasurer. Thank you.